I can't just target that reel for the whole world. I need to target it for a Sydney sider who's, say, going to Japan for the first time, let's say. What would they need to know? The reason why I need to target the Sydney siders because they're the bulk of the audience. If they don't engage, that reel won't get pushed out to anyone else. So you need to still appeal to your core audience, even though ultimately you want to appeal to the whole world.
You've posted over 4,500 times.
Wow.
To put into perspective, if you posted every single day for 12 years, you still wouldn't reach that number.
Instagram, like all the other platforms, reward consistency. It's not about going viral, but it's just about being consistent. And I actually pick up more followers from the consistent content than the viral ones. If you can nail the storytelling as your first priority and your hooks, obviously, that's enough for you to gain a lot of traction online. Whatever resonates with the audience, doesn't matter what equipment you have, it's just the phone is enough. And that barrier of entry is so low now, anyone can do it.
The best creators aren't just great at creating content. They know how to stay relevant, they keep improving, and they're constantly finding ways to keep their audience engaged. And today I sit down with Chester C, also known on socials as Seeshots. And in this episode, he breaks down exactly how he does it. From breaking down his filming process, to using trends the right way, to posting more often and actually analysing past content so each video gets better than the last. We also talk about his plans for more overseas travel content and how he builds strong brand partnerships along the way. By the end of this conversation, you'll walk away with strategies that you'll be able to apply to your own content right away. So whether you're just starting out or you're ready to level up, this episode's for you. So let's get into it. I was looking through your page and I guess a little bit about your creative journey. You've been doing this for a long time. Like creatively, you've been doing creative work and photography for over 15 years?
Not that long. I'd say 2009 was when I first picked up my camera.
Yeah, okay.
Canon Ixus, the old school cameras. And I shot in JPEG. I learned how to just shoot everything. I don't know I don't know the rule of thirds. I don't know anything about framing, anything about lighting. No, nothing. I just love to shoot. That's it. Picked up my first SLR camera when I was living in London at the time.
Yep.
And I loved it, fell in love with it, got some prime lenses and just
epic.
Shot at friends' parties, various events.
Yes.
Then in 2011, 2012, I did my first wedding. I kind of second shot a wedding for a friend of mine, and I fell in love with it from that point. I felt inspired.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I learned how to shoot in RAW, so I got into that. That was like my photography journey, and I loved shooting events because I'm pretty good at just getting those candid moments. That was my strength, but I wasn't good at portraiture. So if you had a bride and groom just standing there and how to pose, that's still a weakness of mine. That's still something I'm working on. But when it comes to the candid moments at parties and people's social reactions, I'm pretty good at getting those moments.
Yep.
I moved back to Sydney and I got into landscapes because obviously Sydney is really good for the nature, right? Started shooting a lot of sunsets, sunrises. You might have seen on my page, I still do that every now and then. There's an art to predicting these sunsets and sunrises and when the color will come up. Got into drone photography as well in Sydney because that's the place to do all this stuff. So,
it is. It really is.
So my page really grew from drone photography, sunrise, sunsets, and that's all the way till about 2020. So and that point, Reels got introduced. Tik Tok came on board. And things started to change.
So up until then, it was all just photos.
Yep. Yeah, photography, landscapes, a little bit of street photography. Did a few weddings every now and then in Australia, but then at that point, I didn't really enjoy it because there was so much editing.
Yeah, true. It's a lot of editing.
So much editing, so much after you get the one whole day, you're exhausted. Then you have to spend hours culling and editing all the photos, the 800 photos or whatever you want to deliver. So that was too hard work and I put it aside.
True.
So in 2020, when Reels and short form content came along, knew nothing about video. I even asked a friend around that time, how do you shoot video? Well, I'm going to Bali. I want to do a YouTube video.
Yep.
How do I go about this? So it taught me things like just shoot everything in 50 frames per second and then shoot double the frame rate. That's all you need to know. And I didn't even have a microphone. He didn't even talk about the microphone. So I was vlogging in Bali without a microphone and it came out so bad and so shaky and I didn't realize that was my first ever attempt, which never saw the light of day because I saw how bad it was.
Wow.
And the thing is, like right before the short form content came along, I was in Japan in 2019 and I bumped into Lost LeBlanc. Do you know Christian LeBlanc? Is a massive
I've heard of the name, yes.
Massive YouTuber, travel creator.
Yep.
I saw him film in the Inari Shrine, that Kyoto shrine place. And yeah, I spoke to him and I was like, well, what do you do? I'd never heard of him. I said, I do YouTube. I do that for a living. Oh, really? What's your account? And I looked him up, like, whoa, 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And I asked him, like, do you do this for a living full time? Yeah, I do this for a living. Like, for videography is the way to go, man. That's just like yeah. And from that moment, I was so inspired and I started to learn videography. Started YouTube. I haven't attempted
all these things that you're learning, are you just teaching yourself?
Yeah, all
just
self-taught.
through practice, yeah.
Everything self-taught, asking friends along the way, like that friend of mine how to even shoot video.
Yep.
And knew nothing about frame rates, knew nothing about double the frame rate, knew nothing about anything. So tried Premiere for the first time. I haven't learnt back then. Tom Nosky was doing video tutorials on YouTube, and I learnt from his video how to edit on Premiere Pro.
Wow.
So that was back then. And then short form came along, and then that forced me to like really speed things up and learn how to like shoot video, edit video, and pump it out quickly. But then it didn't really succeed. They didn't really gain any traction in that time
compared to what you would do, like how it was performing before.
Yeah, because I was just doing cinematics.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's great, but it's not getting any attention.
Yes.
So I kind of like, where am I going with this social media journey? Where am I going with this? Do I still want to? Am I enjoying talking about photography? The question was like, I was asking myself these questions, and then in the end, it came to reality that I wasn't enjoying talking about photography. I like taking photos.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy talking about it.
Yes.
I don't like teaching people about it.
Yep.
Like it's a tool. So around 2023, I changed niches.
Yeah, you did. I noticed.
So around that time, I'm like, what do I really enjoy talking about? So I enjoy talking about food. I enjoy talking about travel places to go.
Yep.
Then I introduced that into my content.
Can you talk us through that whole moment and that whole process? Because if you're seeing success in any way, a lot of people are afraid to change niche, change what they're doing because of what worked for them before. Realizing what's fun and what isn't, they're all questions that kind of people get stuck with.
Yeah, for me, because at that time, things weren't working out. I wasn't growing. People were growing ahead of me as well. So I'm like, why isn't this working? I can't use photos anymore because it's not really working.
Yeah. But were you having fun shooting landscapes and sunrises?
Yeah, I still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've kept it in there, just you knew that a shift needed to happen.
Kept in there, but I knew a shift needed to happen. So in the end, I just started doing a food vlog. So I just started shooting food.
What made you decide to do that? Because you can go in any direction from this point, right? You could really do anything.
Oh, it's basically something I enjoy. I've always been a foodie, but I've never been an outspoken foodie.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just vlog about this, and then.
Are you afraid to do that?
Yeah, I think at the start I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've got this identity, right?
Yeah.
Online, people would have identified you as the landscape photographer, amazing shots, and then he starts talking about food.
Yeah. Hence why the Seeshots brand is still there. I can't change, and it's too late to change because it's gone too big. Everyone knows me by that now, so I have to like people go, "Hey, Seeshots." I'm like,
yeah, that's true.
So I can't change that anymore.
Fair.
So that's the origins of Seeshots, by the way.
No, I made the connection. I made the connection.
Yeah. So I tried the food stuff, and it did really well. It performed really well. I'm like, oh wow, this is actually working. So I pumped out more food content, and it actually gained a lot of traction. Yeah. I'm like, oh, maybe this is the way to go. And then the storytelling about the voiceover, talking about the food, what I ate, that really helped. Then I spoke about like the landscapes. Like there was a really foggy day, similar to yesterday.
Yep.
And I spoke about it through a voiceover, and that worked as well, because I was telling the story about what happened that day.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, this is the way to go. I need to concentrate on my storytelling.
Okay.
So I was using my SLR for all of this, by the way.
Yep.
I think I had, what did I have? I had the R5, and then I switched to Sony in the middle of that time. I went to the Sony A7 IV.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big deal too. A lot of people are afraid to switch.
Yeah.
It's a big change.
I switched just because everyone else was, and it was better in video. So
Okay, yeah, fair.
Because Canon still is strong with the photography side, with stills.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
I switched. I've still been filming on video, like all the landscapes, sunrises, sunsets. If I want to document anything, it's on SLR anyway.
Yep.
Edited on that. Did some cinematic reels as well to see if that gained any traction. Not really. Some people just do the recycling content and just pumping it all out. Doesn't work for me in the long term.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people do that, and it works well for them.
Yeah. But in the end, it's something I don't enjoy, just recycling content. That's like that doesn't work creatively in my mind.
Yep.
So if I just keep doing food stuff, like I self-funded all this, by the way. So I went and paid for this all on my own and just produced the content. People love it. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep doing it. So just keeping consistent, even with events. So it might be the City to Surf, which I went viral on 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
With the Wii one.
Yes, I have seen.
And
is that the one through the Harbour Bridge?
No, that's
I saw
the
you
marathon.
do one of that. That was a marathon. Yeah.
That did really well as well.
Yeah, I saw that
there's
one.
a few various viral moments. It's about like capturing events and being relevant, posting on the day it happens. So if a mega sunset happened, I make an effort to post on the night. If a big moonrise, lunar eclipse happened, I post on the night.
Yep.
Because it's about being relevant, because otherwise the next day it's yesterday's news.
Yes, correct.
So
especially in this world.
Yeah, staying on top of it pretty quickly. Like last week the cliffs fell over in Bronte.
I saw that.
Posted it pretty quickly.
Yeah, true.
So it's like little news events as well.
You almost have become that source of information and current events.
Yeah. I did get hate from the photography community about that.
Oh, really? How come?
I became like a news kind of person, current events.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, I look at it now and they're still stuck in their photography days.
Yeah, true.
So
yeah, you have to adapt with the current, especially online. It's always changing.
Yeah.
And if you don't adapt and if you don't make those changes, you can get left behind.
Yeah. And because of that big adaptation move from photography to videography.
It's a big learning curve.
Big learning curve, as well as being able to adapt, and then moving from videography to food, videoing landscapes to food and travel and events.
Very different.
That's another switch.
Correct.
And staying consistent and seeing what works, because at that time I was just trying anything to see what worked. So if you're starting out, I recommend starting to try whatever works. If you're passionate about something, give it a go. See if it gets any traction. If it doesn't, try something else. Keep going until you see what sticks. So
how are you narrowing that down? Like, say something worked for the first time and it was a food thing. You were able to realize that it was the storytelling, but how did you go through that process to figure out that that's what it was?
Tried different things within the food. So I went to another restaurant. I went to another place. Certain food niches didn't work.
Yep.
Certain ones did work. So
you're constantly refining.
Yeah, and I'm trying different types of food as well. Yeah, but then again, it's a matter of balancing between what you love as well and doing stuff for the likes and views.
True.
So
how do you balance that out? Because if something performs well, you're obviously going to try to keep doing that.
Yeah. So if there's a bit of virality in it, then I'll give it a go, see if it's worth the hype.
Yes.
And I'll probably self-fund it. I wouldn't do any collabs or any payment with that. I'll do it my own, so I can be honest.
Yep.
So,
yeah, that's true. With a lot of food reviews, you do want that, right? It takes the authenticity out of it when they see brand deal or partnered with someone else.
Yeah, because they can't really talk bad about it. So they have to be more neutral.
Yes, correct.
So that's my current challenge at the moment, just to stay neutral in certain things. Or if it's really bad, like can't do it at all, you just have to stop and don't. You won't be able to publish it. So, because you don't want to bag out a company.
Correct.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. So if you have a really bad experience, you'd rather just not post it and stay out of it.
Yeah.
Correct. That's a good point. And when you find something that does do well, I think a lot of people fall for the trap of like, this did really well, I'm just going to keep doing it. But at the same time, that can take away from like innovation and trying new things, because you feel like, I've got to keep doing this because I know it works. Do you give yourself room to try new things as well as sticking to the things that do
I
well?
still do it.
Yeah.
Like,
is that hard to do, knowing that this may not perform as well as the one that I know would perform well, but I just want to see if this works?
Yeah, it's still difficult. But I still do my bread and butter, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the stuff that I know that it will perform. So, for instance, right now I'm doing a lot of Sydney-based content. And whenever I go interstate, overseas, and post anything overseas, it doesn't perform because 50% of my followers are from Australia. 35% are from Sydney.
True.
So many people know me here, but if I go overseas, I'm unknown.
Correct.
So people follow me for Sydney-based content and advice, like places to go, what to do. So the minute I post something overseas, their expectations not aligned. It's like, hold on, I'm following you for Sydney stuff. Why do I care about Bangkok or something? You know?
True.
So in the end, I'm like, how do I bridge that gap? So I still love to post about travel content because that's the direction I want to head towards. Because this year I've been pretty fortunate with a lot of tourism-related brand deals.
Yes.
Which are amazing, which is something I want to step into. That's why I've been away so much this year. I went to Louisiana for Tourism Louisiana in February. That was why I couldn't make it earlier this year.
Gotcha.
And I did a little side trip to New York, which I absolutely loved.
Amazing.
Did a trip with Cebu Pacific in the Philippines.
I saw that too, yes.
So I did that in April. Then straight after that, I went to Japan just briefly for my own thing. Then went back for 6 hours and went to New Zealand for a week for Tourism New Zealand.
Epic, yes.
So lots of tourism gigs, which I'm going the right direction. But the problem is that when I post about it, it doesn't perform as well because my followers are expecting local stuff.
Of course. But I think like the same as when you transition into the food thing, sure, it may not perform well now, but if you just keep doing it, you'll soon be identified as the travel creative as well.
Yeah, precisely. It's about like, again, slowly shifting it.
How do you know like, okay, this didn't perform as well? How do you decide to stick with it rather than knowing this didn't perform as well? Maybe that's not something I should pursue.
It's a bit of both. So like, for instance, at the start of the week, like Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I like to experiment and try different things. Then towards the weekend, Wednesday, towards the weekend, I like to talk about Sydney stuff because people are looking for things to do.
Yeah, cool.
So that's when I stick to my bread and butter.
Oh, very good.
At the start of the week, I do. So it's a bit of a 50-50 balance. I try different things, see if it works. Like maybe an overseas restaurant that I went to that I loved. I did a food review for that, which obviously tanked because no one's interested in that in Sydney, right?
Yeah.
But then I did a compilation of 10 places to eat in Japan. That did really well as a carousel because people can save it.
True.
And there's a list. So I discovered lists work really well.
I noticed you did that.
So if I do top 10 places, best pies, like most overhyped restaurants, are they worth the hype? All these things. I put a list and they perform really well for overseas or interstate posts even.
Yes.
And even travel places like one particular place like I did Mario Karts in Japan.
Okay.
That didn't perform. But if I do a list of places to go to in Japan, so if I had say 3 or 4 days in Japan, what would I do? And do it as an itinerary, it performs better.
Yes, correct.
So
I noticed you do this a lot, like the lists.
Yeah.
So like, so the Mario Kart on its own may not perform as well, but including it in a list of like top 3 things to do in Tokyo may perform better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything that's savable, you need to give people value. And so if I have to look at it from the eyes of a Sydney sider, which is the bulk of my audience, right? If they were to go traveling somewhere overseas, what would they want to know?
Yes.
What's the first thing? And that's what I need to, that's how I need to storytell my content around. That's how I need to, like, I can't just target that reel for the whole world. I need to target it for a Sydney sider who's say going to Japan for the first time, let's say. What would they need to know?
So you've identified who you're talking to, and then when you make a video, you're speaking directly to that person. For that type of content.
And the reason why I need to target the Sydney siders because they're the bulk of the audience. If they don't engage, that reel won't get pushed out to anyone else. So you need to still appeal to your core audience.
Correct.
Even though ultimately you want to appeal to the whole world.
Of course. But that's where it starts, right? Understanding who your audience is, because then if they grab onto it, then it gets pushed out further.
So it's a matter of consistency, knowing your audience. And the third thing is, which I've just recently learned, actually, that from FrameFest, which is the personal brand.
Yes, correct.
So the building the personal brand is one of the areas I need to work on.
You don't think you've done a good job of that?
To a degree, personal brand, like in terms of aesthetics, yes. Like everyone knows me by wearing the white shirt.
Okay. Yep.
Everyone knows me by certain like there's an outfit that I have, and the fact that I have a sausage dog.
Yes.
So there's
How is Benny?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. That's why I went to Melbourne actually, because it's with my parents.
Yeah, no way.
Just because I've been traveling so much.
Yeah.
It's
true,
good to leave him there for a few months.
Of course.
But yeah, like people know me for that, and they recognize me because of that. Just like you with the cap.
Yeah,
people
of course.
recognize you.
Yeah.
But people don't know me personally. So I find a lot of creators out there are putting themselves out there a lot more.
True.
Like especially a lot of English fitness influencers. They are telling a lot about themselves. Like there's this guy called James Warnock in the UK, which I follow him. I didn't follow him for his fitness stuff. I follow him because of his authenticity.
Yeah.
So he was talking about his grief with his dad passing away. But I can't relate to that because I haven't been through that. But I just loved his authenticity. And he never like sells his fitness coaching or anything like that.
Yeah.
But his authenticity of who he is making me want to sign up to him.
Correct.
He's not even directly hard selling it, and he does brand deals and all that. Not that I was signing up to him, but I'm just saying that as an example, he's someone that I look up to in terms of the way he creates. And like, okay, I need to talk a bit more vulnerable online so people can relate to me. And that's the only way to bridge that gap from Sydney-based, like things to do, places to eat, to around the world. So people are following me for me as opposed to following me for the Sydney content.
That's very true. That's so true. Because like that vulnerability creates connection and makes you a lot more relatable to that person, where then we've created a connection based on what you've shared, those personal experiences, and now you can talk about anything and I want to listen. Because we've made that connection about something completely different. You did a little bit of that recently. You shared a post and you had a bit of a lengthy caption there. Is that you trying to open up a little bit more?
Yes, that's me starting to open up. And the thing is, it's something that I can easily talk to amongst my friends. Very easily. I'm an extrovert, so I'm easily talking about whatever I feel. If I'm going through something, my friends will hear about it. But publicly, I haven't actually shared it.
Yeah. So how do you go about that? What do you think of the steps?
And it's trying little bits at a time, bits that you're comfortable with.
It's not easy, right?
And that's still not easy. I'm like, I can talk to this to my friends really easily. How is it so hard to push post on that particular one?
Yeah.
Because it's
what
like
are you thinking? Do you think people will judge or create a perception of you that you may not?
Yeah, a bit of that, because the thing is, I'm not as young as people think.
Okay.
It's the Asian genes.
You're pulling it off really well.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, why are you talking about midlife crisis? How old are you?
How old is this guy? I feel the same way too. I don't know how old you are, but I'm almost 39. So I feel like I'm a lot old when I especially some of the people I hang out with, other creators. I'm like, man, you guys are so young.
Yeah, they're in their low 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm slightly older than you.
Okay, yeah. So, but I do feel older amongst those guys, and sometimes I think like the things that matter to me or important to me may not be as important to them. So I'm like, is it really worth sharing? But I think it is.
But the thing is, like, it might not get the views.
Yeah.
Well, it's still performed, but it might not get the views, but the comments are insane.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
amount of people who can relate to it. It's like, oh, it's actually does hit a lot of people.
Correct. And yeah, it is. You'd rather than a million views that don't really create a connection, you'd rather 1,000 people that actually do connect with you on a deeper level.
Yeah, precisely what Tom Nosky said.
True.
Don't worry about the views, just make people connect to you.
Yeah, correct.
And it actually helps with the relatability, and in the end it grows. So look at that fitness influencer I was telling you about, James Warnock. He basically grew from that. So he can talk about anything, his girlfriend or his run around the park. Like, there's nothing that special, but the fact that he's talking about his authenticity.
Yeah.
He's talking about him buying his first place because of his dad's inheritance.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
True.
I can watch all that.
Yeah.
Even though, but then I know him as a result for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though I've never met him.
Yes.
So that's the connection.
The parasocial relationship.
Yeah, that's the connection that I want to build ultimately for my page.
How do you balance that all out now? Because like there's got to be that part, but I'm sure there's still some people that are like, man, I followed you for the food stuff. Give me the food stuff. Do you feel like there's got to be some sort of strategy into how you balance this all out? Are you still doing the landscapes and the sunrises? Then you've got the food, the experiences, the travel overseas, the vulnerability. That's a lot to share.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of strategy or plan to balancing that all out, or?
Yeah,
how would you go about that?
I try. There's no set structures, and Monday I post about this, Tuesday I post about that.
Yeah,
it's just about making sure there's a balance. Like if I do say 5 ads in the week, that's not going to look good.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
I don't like doing that. That looks like a sellout.
Yeah,
So,
people start getting tired of picking up on it.
yeah. So it's just a balance between posting something that's personal to me, posting something that's, me going on a trip somewhere,
Yeah.
or me about how I'm feeling at the moment, which I want to put more out of.
Lean into it a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yeah.
I found with a lot of that too, though, people have found it hard to share those things especially the more vulnerable things, in a 60-second video, 30-second video. And then they tend to move to YouTube for that type of content.
Yeah.
Because, it's a lot to say, it means a lot, and you're forced to say it in 30 seconds. It's very hard to make a connection in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And there are some people that are really, really good at it, but for the most part, it's difficult. And it's not... It doesn't come across as the type of platform that will allow you to do that effectively unless you're really good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something that I want to do.
Yeah.
So YouTube was my New Year's resolution, which I haven't
Oh, really?
started on.
Yeah, cool.
I wanted to tap more into the travel side. So I have all the backlog of all the places I've been. I've actually filmed landscape.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
I've done YouTube videos I've structured, I've scripted it, haven't put it together because I hate editing.
Yeah, true. It's a lot of work.
So the thing is, because I came back wanting to put them all together, but then client work comes in the way.
Yes.
So obviously that comes first. And short form is where all my income comes from.
Yes.
The brand deals from short form. And YouTube will be my own thing that will take a lot of time to build, similar to your podcast.
Yes,
so.
correct. It is. That's a big lesson that I've learned, but I've had to force myself to do it. And it's like planning long term, realizing what my real goals are. And it's what you did in terms of like stopping and realizing like what makes me happy and what change do I need to make, even though I may be leaving some things behind. And for me, it was the beginning of this year, the end of like December, January, it's client work every day, all the time. I was doing this podcast, but it was very similar to what you just said. It was just every now and then it was hard to prioritize because I didn't have to. I decided to take on all this client work. And I realized I wasn't happy. And in order for me to be happy, I have to focus on the thing that does make me happy, even though it may mean that I lose out on making as much money as I was making. And I got rid of clients to focus on this, to give this more time. And what I've realized from doing that, and also from talking to guests, is that what you focus on grows.
Yeah.
That's it. For the most part, when I talk to people, and I ask them like, at what point did you realize that whatever you were doing was working? It's almost every time I started like just paying attention to it. I went all in on the thing, and then I put in all this effort and it grew. And that's what I had to do. And that's what I found for me this year was something I had to do. It's like, if you really want to do it and if it really makes you happy, you may lose out in the short term, but if you stick to it, it'll grow. And that's what's happened to me on this pod. And for a lot of other things, like paying attention to the studio and the meetups, like I'm doing all these things that aren't making me any money right now, but they're making me happy. And when you are happy and you show up happy and more energetic, you show up better creatively. And there's like better guests, better episodes, better topics. I'm running meetups, like I feel happy.
Yeah.
And there's opportunities that are coming off the back of that. But I did have to sacrifice the clients like a lot of money in order to get to this point, which has taken 6-7 months.
Yeah.
And sometimes people, they don't see the foresight to know that, you got to stick this out and you got to sacrifice a few things in the short term to get there. Do you feel that way, like with the YouTube and with everything else?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there are brand deals and there are things that are doing really, really well, but how do you make time, especially for someone that works 9 to 5 and does all this content and is trying to cover all these topics? How do you make time to do the things such as YouTube that you want to do in the long term?
Yeah, that's when I realized that I don't have the time.
They're big decisions to make, though, especially once money starts getting involved. When you start getting paid, for a lot of people, that's the goal. And it's like, well, I've achieved the goal.
Yeah, and that always takes priority.
Exactly.
The income. So
I think it changes. Like success for me has changed completely from when I first started. When I first picked up a camera, success to me was like getting paid a full-time income to create. That's all I wanted to do, and that was the only goal. And if I achieved that, that was success.
Yeah.
A year and a half, I achieved that. I had all the money that I wanted to achieve, But at the same time, I was working 7 days a week and I was exhausted and I was doing all this work for clients and none for me. So the idea of success changed completely for me. Then it became, how do I create more time? How do I have more experiences with the people that I care about? Because all that just disappeared. I had no time with friends. My health went away, all those things. So I had to stop and readjust and change the meaning of what success was to me. And now it's more, how do I create more free time? How do I spend more time with my girlfriend? How do I make more time for the podcast, which is something that I enjoy? And it no longer became about, oh, how do I just make lots of money and become a full-time, have a full-time income?
Yeah.
Has success changed for you in this space over time?
Yeah. So, over the last few years doing full-time work as well as this.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
It's tough. So I got to the point where I felt so guilty asking my manager for leave every month, pretty much.
I can imagine.
Because in December, I had to ask for a week's leave before Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's a super busy period because I went to Thailand for Tourism Thailand.
Okay.
Then there's the Christmas break, which is like a shutdown anyway. Then when I came back from the Christmas break, end of January, I had to ask, I need to go, I might need to go away at the end of February for 2 weeks to the US.
Yeah.
So, and then that's 2 weeks out. So I had to find someone to, make sure they're able to do what I do. Came back from that 2 week trip. And then a week later, I said to my manager, I need to take 3 weeks off. So in April, I was like, what, again? That's such a long time.
Wow.
So at that point, I said, I need to go part-time. If not, I'm out. So that was the ultimatum. Like, they're not going to take part-time. And then in the end, they took part-time.
Backfired.
I'm like, okay. But then the thing is, it backfired even more because part-time meant that you need to be in the office the 2 days a week.
Yeah,
because before I didn't have to go in the office.
Yeah.
Which meant that I could work from home and still address my emails.
Yeah, true.
From the my client work side of things.
True.
So now I'm like, oh no, now I have to be in the office. And then as a result of 2 days driving to the office and back, and I get absolutely wrecked. I couldn't even do my own content. And then Wednesday I needed a day of just rot on the couch and do nothing.
Yeah, recover.
Yeah, it's like I saw a reel about this intermittent rotting. So it's that day of just doing nothing for the day to recover.
Very good.
And then the Thursday and Friday I can do it all. But then the Thursday, Friday became so crammed with all my own work. I'm like, this is more exhausting than working full time.
Yeah, true.
when I could work from home a little bit more.
True.
So in the end, I just said to my manager, I just can't do this anymore. I need to quit.
Oh, wow.
So in June, I said that to my manager and said, I can't do that anymore. And you might need to find someone else to replace me.
Wow.
And by July 8th, that was my last day.
No way.
So I went full time.
Wow, congrats.
Thanks.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's not public yet, but I'm building towards it because my first YouTube video that I meant to do, I'm still
the one from New Year's,
is about the day in the life of my last day.
Wow.
That's my very first one. That's again a bit about showing myself about who I am as well.
Wow. Okay, this is great. How did you feel during that time? Was it scary? Big decision?
Still scary.
Yeah.
Scary because I'm like, I've lost my security of a paycheck every 2 weeks, and because of that, I don't mind doing all my other stuff for free, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I didn't have the time to do YouTube or anything. No way. And now that I can free myself to do YouTube, I can free myself to work out even at the gym routinely.
Yes.
Which takes a backseat whenever I'm too busy.
Of course. Yeah, that's what happens, right?
Yeah, so all these things, like, I get the time to do all that. And now, after I left in July, it turned out to be a busy month. So
good.
In July, I had 2 brand deals to do.
Yep.
And I had a few, like at least 4 or 5 restaurants as well. I'm like, wow, how did that become so busy? and one of my biggest fears was like, am I able to pay my mortgage because I have a mortgage? And that's the thing in my mind, the commitments, right? And what if this doesn't last forever? What if I've lose relevancy, and because of that, I don't get asked to do these things anymore? So the danger of where I'm at is a lot of brands are using my reach to advertise through.
Yep.
Ultimately, that's what it is. So, and a part of me needs to do actual content creation as opposed to influencing.
Okay.
There's that difference. Influencing is more like, I see it as more as using my platform for their reach to help to help bring brand awareness or customers.
Okay.
But when it comes to content creation, I'm going to a company, say at a gym, and I offer them 10 reels for them to post.
Got it. Understood.
So that's something that I wanted to initially go into to do, but I haven't been doing much of, because I've been doing a lot of it for Vivid Sydney, for Destination New South Wales, which is one of my original clients, which I still have that relationship with today.
Yeah.
And I make content for them.
Yes.
And that's what I enjoy doing as well.
Yep.
But lately it's shifted more towards the influencing side, where it's about my page.
Your reach, yeah. They want to be on your page.
It is lucrative though, I have to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to,
It
right?
does pay more. So
yeah, can you
but
imagine?
I need that balance as well.
So, well, now you have the time.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I have got the YouTube as well.
Yeah, exactly.
My
So now
personal
it's
projects,
like managing your time. When you have
Yeah.
all the time now, you've got to balance it out the right way.
Yeah.
And not overcommit to certain things.
There's no boss anymore asking me to to do things, and that's just
it must feel good.
Yeah, it feels good. It's like any freelancing job, right? Where I'm my own boss now. No one's going to tell me what to do. I need to actually be disciplined. That's the biggest lesson I'm learning now.
Correct. It's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because when you're on your own, you can work your own hours. But if you're not the disciplined type, you can do nothing all day, and no one's going to say anything.
Yep, precisely. But I do work well under pressure. So.
Yeah. You have to be the type of person. You have to create new habits.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Have you tried to create a new routine? I'm a routine guy. Like, I have to stick to my routine. That's what forces me to be productive.
Yeah, I try to. In the morning, I wake up and then I have my breakfast, binge on a bit of YouTube, then go to the gym, then cook my lunch, and then in the afternoon, it's pretty much work.
Yeah. Yeah,
Prepare
cool.
my own reel about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then post.
Yeah, you've got to hold yourself accountable. This is good though, because you have posted, this is something that stood out straight away on your page. You've posted over 4,500 times.
Wow.
That's a lot of posting, dude. Like, that's insane. If you, like, to put into perspective, if you posted every single day for 12 years, you still wouldn't reach that number.
Yeah.
Do you think that just sheer volume of posting has played a role in your success online?
Partly it is. It's consistency. But I wouldn't post 3 times a day. I tried that as a start.
3 times a day?
I tried that as a start, like just like recycling cinematics.
Yeah.
And to see what worked before I got into the food side of things. I'm
Yep.
like, it's all good, but that's still hard effort posting stuff that's just...
That's an insane amount of
nothing that interesting. And
consistency.
I'm like, and also the audience hates it. Seeing too much of the same stuff from the same person.
Of the same stuff, yeah.
Because even I get annoyed. I'm like, why are you posting this again? Like, you're posting 3 times a day? Like, I don't want to engage in it anymore. That has a negative impact.
So you think there's a limit to how much you can post?
I'd say 1, absolute max 2, but I wouldn't do that every day. Like 5 times a week is a healthy number.
Yeah.
7 times if you can manage it. I even tried going back to 3 times, which is still okay.
Yeah.
Anything less could have an impact in terms of overall growth, algorithm, things like that.
Yes.
It's about, like, Instagram, like all the other platforms, reward consistency. It's not about going viral, but it's just about being consistent. And I actually pick up more followers from the consistent content than the viral ones.
Okay, from just showing up consistently.
Yeah.
True.
Some of the viral ones, they're one-hit wonders. They're like a lottery, and they do go viral, but they go viral in like a completely different niche. It's not even related to what I do, so I can't even replicate it anyway.
That's true. It's hard to replicate.
Yeah, like the one I did, was 67 million.
I saw that 67 million views on that
from my balcony with my phone. It's what you call a shit post. Like, you just post it for the sake of it. And then it's the ones with low effort that always performs anyway.
Of course. Were you expecting it to perform well?
Yes, but not that well. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever expect it to perform that well.
And the Australian Open one, when that kid sitting in the rain,
yes,
putting a little meme comment about it.
Yes.
The Melbourne weather.
Correct.
26 million. Again, not related, but it's relatable.
Very relatable,
because
yes.
it plays on the Melbourne weather, which a lot of people love talking about.
Yes. And even the guy, I think you matched the audio really well with the guy chasing his thongs through the rain.
Yeah. It was an inspirational quote from that
the
Indian guru.
The Indian guru.
And it was a long reel as well. It's actually
it was.
It was like 35 seconds or something. It's quite long.
Correct.
So.
But he kept going.
Yeah.
Like, he lost his first, which was funny, and then he lost his second. So it made you
watch.
Want to keep watching because
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
what next? And the car drove by.
And everyone wishes the puddle actually splashed him, but it didn't.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
But to be honest, that one actually did gain me 40,000 followers.
Wow.
That
Off
alone.
one video.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. That did help with the growth.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
How do you feel after, like, say a video like that performs so well? Is there pressure on the next one? Do you feel pressure to keep that going, or how do you feel? What are your emotions towards like a video that underperforms, and do you feel pressure after a video that does perform well?
Sometimes I do feel that pressure,
Yeah.
like to have the next one as good, but I know that's not realistic.
Yeah.
All the time. So unless I can replicate it, like that puddle shot is like something that just happens by coincidence. It's not staged. I happen to be out there. It's not like
Yes.
something I can stage.
Yep.
But if I go viral on something that's more food related, then I can double down on it.
Yeah, of course, because
The-
it falls within.
Yeah, even the style or whatever. So, because I know certain food items work well for me, so I can keep going in, like doubling down on it.
What do you think makes a good video? Like, when you look at a video, whether it's yours or someone else's, what are you looking for that would make you decide like that's a good video? Are you looking at hooks like first?
It's the hook has to grab me, because otherwise, how do you stop that?
Yeah.
that-
What do you
that
think
scroll?
makes a good hook? Because I've looked into this a little bit, and there's like text hooks, visual hooks,
Yeah.
audio hooks.
Every reel at the start for me must have a text hook.
Yep.
So it's almost like a title and thumbnail for Instagram or TikTok. Like it has to have that text, and that text has to hook people as well. The visual hook in terms of like what's the scene. So I set the scene, whatever it could be like a massive plate of food or a particular food that looks really theatrical. It could be me vlogging in front of a place, and that's where I talk the hook out.
Yep. The first
Whatever it may
sentence.
be. Yeah. So that's the most important part. So whenever I go to a shoot, I'm like, what's the hook? What can I hook this? That's all I'm thinking about. Everything else can just flow.
Yeah, of course.
The storytelling is a big one. So I try to cut out all the pauses, keep it going, keep the pace quite fast, keep the clips relatively fast, because then it keeps people visually interested.
Yep.
Although some people complain that my shots are too quick, but it's also a tactic for me for them to keep watching.
Of course. Yeah, that's true too, right? Some people may want to rewatch it because they miss something.
That's another view. So it keeps people watching as well as keeps people visually stimulated, because the attention span's so short. I need to keep their attention.
True.
And that's one of the biggest things I look for. And if a reel's too boring, I'll swipe up anyway.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that's the same. And I'm using that skill to put into YouTube as well, especially in the first minute,
Yes.
in the same way.
I've heard that too. That first minute is the rules are very similar.
Yeah.
However, then it kind of transitions into the storytelling in the longer format. Like once you have someone in that YouTube video for a minute, you're probably going to keep them a lot longer. But that first minute is the hardest part to get them through.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's basically what I look for when I create the content, when I script, when I do the voiceovers, I talk about that. So I did a lot of voiceovers, and now I'm shifting more towards vlogging. I don't know if you noticed some of my content going towards that.
Yeah, you're putting yourself out there more.
If it's small items like, let's say I'm just eating one particular pastry, I'll vlog it.
Yeah.
If it's if it's like a degustation, I'll voice over it, because too many things. It'll take me 10 minutes to go.
Yeah,
Might be good for a YouTube video, but not good for
So when you go to say a food place, what's your like check? Because there's so much to film. Is there like a checklist of things that you're trying to cover?
Yeah, in my mind. I don't have a list on.
Okay.
I just know what to do based on experience.
Yeah, of
so
course.
I always film the outside, the name of the shop, the place when there's a vibe. So if I look at the store, the restaurant, I'm like, there's only me and 2 other people, because I'm early to the dinner or lunch.
Yep.
I'll just leave it. I'll film it later.
Yeah.
Then I focus on the food items. I make sure I'm seated by the window if there's adequate light. If there's not enough light, I'll bring my own light that I attach to the phone.
I noticed that. Yes.
Yeah. So I ask the waiters to bring all the food together, or bring certain items together.
Yep.
So it looks more presentable. So all these things come into play, and I film the overall spread of the food. I film my reaction towards the food.
Yep.
I film detail shots of the food. I film any cut-ups of the food, any theatrics, if there is any.
Yep.
The details, and then the taste test shot.
Yes.
So all of that, it gets filmed. If I vlog, that's another element. Then I need to describe it.
Yeah, of course.
As well as eating and everything.
Yeah, and that's where scripting plays a big role, right? Like scripting and describing it the right way.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
And scripting's always is easier because then you can think about it afterwards. But vlogging, you need to think about it on the spot.
Correct.
And also, every taste test is my first taste.
Yeah, you want a genuine reaction.
Yes, because the genuine reaction. The second take is never never the same. Because I always ask a friend of mine who comes along with me,
yep,
can you eat this first? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as good as that one. Okay, I'll film that one. If I need to taste test, if there's so many items, you won't see me taste test everything because there's too much to go through to condense in 40 to 50 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So, like that's everything you just listed is a lot to put into a 30, 40 second video.
Yeah. So obviously they're quicker cuts.
Exactly.
So I don't need that length and this tastes great, It just needs one comment. What it could be. So that's my kind of process in a restaurant shoot.
That's really good. That's really good. Do you think that a lot of it, do you change the type of video depending on the platform? Do you find TikTok and Instagram different?
Yeah, there's slight differences. TikTok likes the more silly shit posting stuff.
Yeah.
But I still cross post between the two. Like I can't be bothered doing something separate.
It's a lot of work, man.
All I do is create the same cross post on TikTok. That's
but do you find like there's certain videos that may perform better on TikTok than they would on Instagram? Say you post the exact same video on both platforms. Do you have like a feeling that this may be a better TikTok video than an Instagram video?
Yeah, some actually works better on TikTok than Instagram and vice versa.
Yeah, what do you think are the differences in those?
I can't tell because TikTok's more really up and down. I can't tell the pattern, whereas Instagram I can kind of tell.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I just can tell.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. Like you've got, even outside of those viral million view videos, it's not uncommon for you to get 100,000 views on a video.
Yeah.
Was there like a moment when you realized you kind of figured this out?
Yeah. When I knew that it's a Sydney-based food content and things that are relevant, things that are new, I always hit up.
Yeah.
So if something's open within the first month, I try to hit it up ASAP if I can.
Yeah.
If I have to self-fund it, I'll self-fund it. Because a lot of the new places that are open generally don't need the influencer help to promote a business.
Yeah.
But I go there, I self-fund it, and then I make content about it. So it might not pay me anything, but it's good for my own marketing as well.
Yeah, of course.
And for reach and for relevance.
Yes.
But then there are other restaurants that do reach out to me that want their business promoted, and then obviously I can cater for them. So.
True. Again, it's like a lot about identity too, right? When you're always the first to these, you become that source of like what's new.
But it's also a race it kind of feels very competitive in a way. I don't know why I just sense that because every influencer pounces on the first place that opens as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but I can understand why, because after if I hit up a new place 4 months later, it's not that new anymore. It's the content's saturated out there.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, and some places I felt like I missed the mark because I'm just too busy to cover it, and I come back to it like it's a bit old now.
Yeah,
too many people have mentioned about it.
True.
It's old news.
Wow.
It's like posting about the Bronte Cliffs now. It fell 5 days ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true. They're good points. Do you remember your first brand deal?
My first brand deal.
Yeah.
What was it? I'm thinking, because for Destination New South Wales, I was doing a lot of content for them, but then they actually wanted the content to be on my page as well. So you could consider that a brand deal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. How do these have these negotiations, the way you negotiate brand deals, has it changed now compared to when you first started getting them?
Oh yeah, it has.
For sure, right? What have you learned?
Back then I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything about sales. So that's my biggest weakness, how to sell. So I had to ask my friends, like, how do I sell? How do I answer this email?
Yeah. It's a hard thing to negotiate.
Yeah, he taught me how to, like, a friend of mine taught me how to reach out to them cold and how to respond to them and ask for more money. I watched a guy called Nash Hagen, and he was helping me as well in his YouTube videos because that's his content, how to sell to businesses. His audience is content creators. So I learned from that, and also ChatGPT obviously has become a massive help from that point. I've started using ChatGPT a lot for emailing and for script writing and everything, obviously with my own take, because then I get rid of the obvious ChatGPT things.
The ChatGPT language, the
hyphens and
the double hyphens
the
and
unreals.
The weird emojis.
I get rid of all of that. So, so
true.
that's been a help. But now I recently, 6 months ago, I hired a manager.
Oh, good.
So that has been a massive help because even though he takes a 20% cut, he's actually been able to negotiate far more than I would have ever been able to negotiate on my own.
True. And just the industry experience, like they know, like they can get so much information in terms of like, this is what these guys would typically charge, which is things that most, especially when people first start getting hit up with brand deals, have no idea about. And I think a big, not obstacle, something that most creatives don't know is their value. And they can easily be taken advantage of by brands that want to take advantage of it.
Precisely. I had no idea because he knows the industry rates, and also different countries have different rates. So the US obviously pay a lot better than the Australian. So so he knows how to target that. He knows how to negotiate because people in the if it's a US based client, they like to haggle in terms of price. So he's really good at that. But then he discovered that when dealing with Australian PR agencies and Australian clients, they tend not to haggle. So a lot of that is just ghost. Too high, they ghost.
Oh, really? Yeah, they'll just stop.
Yeah, they just don't respond. Yeah. So there's no room for it. So it's kind of harder. So he's able to navigate through that depending on the country.
Yes.
Or, where the client's based.
Yep.
So I would have no idea because that's not my area of expertise. And as a result, I find getting a manager really worth it. Yeah,
of course. And even like, I'm assuming now you can negotiate heavily on whether they show up on your page or not, especially now with the audience that you have and understanding who your audience is. Like you knowing that information makes it, it gives you a lot more leverage when you're negotiating these things with brands.
Yeah. I mean, it's very easy for me to say yes to everything.
It'd be hard to say no, right?
But then at the same time, like I need to stand up to what I value.
Correct.
In terms of like what I like, what I value. Because one of my biggest nightmares is being perceived as a sellout. Because I want to be true to myself and true to the page.
Yep.
And like the places that I recommend on my page would be places that I would go to. So that's one thing I need to balance that out. Because like if it's a place like, let's say it's one of the clients that approached me, prospective client was an alcohol company, and I'm like, I don't want to do alcohol. That's just my thing because I personally don't drink that much, if at all, now.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to be promoting alcohol. I did that once. I'm like, that's not me.
It just doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel right. It didn't perform anyway, but it's just they pay well, but. That's just not me. So I just don't want to do it anymore. And
it's not
gambling,
you. And you also know your audience too.
Yeah.
Like you know what they like and what they don't like. Like you would be the most knowledgeable in terms of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I had one like for retainers for the teeth.
Okay. Yep.
Again, that's not me.
Yeah. True. That's interesting.
So,
but it's true. Like you can, like you know what they want and what they don't want. And the thing is, if you take it on, you know that it's not going to perform well. Yeah. So you're almost helping them.
Yeah.
In some respect, right?
Yeah, and it does damage to my page as well.
Yeah, so, like it's no good for anyone.
Yeah, yeah. So unless I can weave it in somehow, but it's a very big gap between tooth retainers. I mean, it'll be good for a lifestyle, fitness influencers, models. Very suitable for them, but not for me.
Yeah, and you're comfortable saying no to these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to because otherwise, I just become a slave to every brand that wants to use my page. And that's not what I don't want. So.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine. But do you find it harder now that you've gone full time?
In the quieter months, like August,
man.
Like the winter months are quiet. I'm like, it's very easy to say yes to it, but at the same time,
you've got to stick. Yeah, which is very good.
At the same time, like
it's important.
Just hold out. Don't worry.
Yes.
And also, I need time for YouTube anyway, so don't worry.
True.
And also for my own travels, because all the travel that I've done in the last 6-7 months have all been work related. So when I'm there, I'm on the ball. I'm like not relaxing. I'm in a nice hotel, but I can't really enjoy it. So I'm just going there to film a 5-minute scene of me sitting in the pool, and that's it. I'm out because I got no time. So,
yeah, true.
Yeah, I need to film the hotel room or whatever I'm doing.
At
that spot. So I'm on a schedule.
A lot of people don't see that side of it.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it looks glamorous. Yeah, but there's behind the scenes where there's actually it is quite tiring and the time scale that everything's condensed in that 2-day block or 3-day block.
True.
So you're exhausted, and by the end you need a real holiday.
I was Steve. Do you remember Steve? Do you know Steve? Fat Life.
Yep.
He was mentioning the same thing. He's like, you almost have to schedule an extra day to actually enjoy yourself. Otherwise, because if you don't, you spend that whole time working. Yeah,
it's like after the New Zealand shoot, which is in the North Island from North. I did it both times. In October, I did the South Island. In April, I did the North Island. So 2 separate trips with Tourism New Zealand. I did the 4-day trip, exhausted, and then I did my own thing afterwards for a week.
Yes.
So I can just holiday, do my own thing.
Correct.
And that was out of my own pocket. So yeah, and that was good for me to chill and do my own content if I want to, but I don't have to.
Yes. Yeah, you need that. You need that. Otherwise, you're exhausted. I saw you post, I think it was in Japan, where you actually told people, like, don't book more than 2 or 3 activities, because I did that and I was exhausted and I didn't enjoy any of it.
Yeah.
But it was a good recommendation.
Yeah.
It was like, if you want to do anything from this list, do 2 a day. Otherwise, you're not going to give yourself time to enjoy it.
Yeah, because each one takes about half a day. Also, the queuing, the process of getting food can take 1.5 to 2 hours because of the queues.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
everything. The attractions take time. Like team labs take about half a day.
Yep.
At least 3 hours. Sometimes the lining up process, before the getting in, changing or whatever, like the process of entering takes time.
Yeah, of course.
And the transport to get there.
Yes. With a lot of the work that you're getting now, I'm assuming it would change now that you've gone full time, but how much of it is outbound compared to inbound? Like, how many people are reaching out to you compared to you reaching out to them and making these cold calls?
I'd say the bulk, if not all, are inbound.
Wow.
So
yeah,
I still don't know how to reach out properly, to be honest.
Yeah, true. Which is interesting, because I had Paul on last week. He sounded like an expert at outbound. He was like, you go to LinkedIn, these are the people you look for, you find the right person, you get this email, and it's just constantly just searching for those types of people.
And those with that sales experience will have that added advantage as well.
Yeah.
Like, especially in a quiet period, I could be doing outbound, but I don't really know where to start, really. So,
yeah, of course. But if you don't need to, that's a very good place to be in.
Don't need to yet, but I know I need to build that skill.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's still necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for a lot of creatives that are just starting out, right? They're not in a position where people are reaching out, and they need to learn how to reach out.
Yeah, like for instance, with the food stuff, like I do some outbound occasionally if I really want to eat at this place.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's like brand new to, let's say they want to be a creator, they love food, they're a foodie, let's say, and they don't have the SLR or the equipment, it doesn't matter, because I'd say 95% of my content's on my phone. And one of the biggest lessons I learned was through Jordan Twiley, who's a travel creator that travels around the world. In 2023, I met up with him in Japan. And he said to me, he films all his content, his short form content on the phone. He doesn't even put a microphone on his phone.
Wow.
And he doesn't grade.
Just lets it go.
Just lets it go. Like even on his YouTube videos, he films on the SLR cameras, and then he tells his editor not to grade it.
Wow.
So keep it simple. His focus is storytelling. That's it. Get the storytelling right, and that's enough, basically. So I started changing to the phone, and that helped me. That really assisted me to be able to post every day.
Yeah, true. Right, you're taking away a whole lot of time.
Yeah, because I can edit on CapCut on my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I do grade a little bit, but I can pump it out really quickly versus, I need to go home. I need to load everything onto the hard drive and to, open up Final Cut and edit.
Yep.
So had to, this is so much faster. Like in Japan, I was while I was lining up to go to a restaurant, I edited an entire reel in that time I was lining up.
Wow.
To get in, because what else am I going to do? Sit there.
So you're just editing things on CapCut now.
Yeah. In transit, like on planes, trains, whatever. If I'm in transit, it's a good time to do it, especially when I'm on holiday.
Yes.
Or if I'm traveling. If I'm at home, I just sit on my couch and do it.
Yeah, of course. I think that's a good point to make. Like, making the process as simple as possible makes it a whole lot easier, even just to create in general. There are so many things that, especially with creative work, like if I had to set up the lights and the cameras and like that whole process of setting up, if it's too draining, I'm going to create way less.
Yeah.
A lot of people say the same about the gym, like going to the gym. If you put the shoot, like if everything's just ready to go, you're more likely to go. Yeah. And just making that process as easy as possible.
Yeah. And it basically, or if it's the barrier of entry, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's you don't need the SLR equipment.
Yes.
All you need is your phone. And I've seen so many, like Ryan Trahan's one of the biggest YouTubers out there. He filmed on his phone. His storytelling is amazing. And that's what brings it across the line.
Correct.
If you can nail the storytelling, like as your first priority, and your hooks, obviously, that's enough for you to gain a lot of traction online.
That's true.
And don't worry about the cinematics. I mean, some people have that cinematic focus. If they're like really, really good with their filmmaking, I mean, you can that can do the heavy lifting if they're like a Sam Calder kind of guy. But
True.
But for the most part, like people want the authentic content coming out of the phone. It looks more real, and I've had to adjust because I did a food post for a client, a restaurant, hospitality group, and I filmed on the SLR, the whole thing. Same type of reel, just on SLR. It just completely tanked.
Wow.
Even though it's local Sydney stuff.
Wow. Do you think just because do you feel like it just doesn't come across as genuine?
Yeah, it came across as
an ad.
Yeah, because it's like
That's
cinematic.
so
It
interesting.
looks really cinematic, it looks cool, but it just didn't look as genuine.
Yes.
Because I don't get it. I like filming. I like filming from the SLR.
It looks so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, I like filming from the gimbal. I like doing all of that, but it's just the fact that the audience doesn't resonate with it as authentically.
Yep.
It doesn't grab the attention, so that's why I switched to the phone.
True.
So a lot of people might think that it's like I feel less than filming from the phone instead of all these people using a camera.
No, it's true though. I look at my own habit, and I went to Japan last year with my girlfriend. Every single place we went to we found on TikTok, like a TikTok recommendation.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out why, because you could go on Google, you could go anywhere, right? But we trusted this TikTok recommendation because it feels like a random person walking into this place giving us their genuine review.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas if it was the business owner, I'm not trusting. Of course, like or if it's a brand deal, like working for them, like of course you're going to say these things are good.
Yeah.
But on TikTok especially, you'd think it's someone like just like yourself walking in and they're just shooting it with a camera. It doesn't look like an ad at all. And it made us want to go to every single place we went to. Was a recommendation from someone we don't even know who these people are.
Yeah.
Just a random person walking in showing us their experience.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that we trust that because it comes across as genuine.
Yeah.
Whereas if we saw an ad or anything that looked like an ad, you're not buying into it.
And coming from a photography background who loves getting all the gear, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then going to a professional shoot like this is professionally set up, and I'm using my phone for everything.
Yeah.
And every other photographer, videographer out there is using proper equipment.
Yeah.
It does feel weird.
Yeah, true.
Like,
you're busting out your phone.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm like the influencer, and then the other people who are actually shooting for the actual business.
Yeah.
They're actually using proper gimbal and SLR setup, which is fine. But then I find that works with the audience. Whatever resonates with the audience, doesn't matter what equipment you have. Just the phone is enough. And that barrier of entry is so like low now. Anyone can do it.
True. And it's true. And you've got the numbers to back it up. It's not like you're just saying it. You know?
And the more you do it, the more you get better. And
Correct.
I've refined. I got better along the way.
True.
And I adapted along the way as well as things change.
So would you say, like, given what you know now, if someone were just starting out, they haven't picked up that camera, they haven't bought a DSLR yet, what do you think are the most important things to learn before anything? Like, in terms of creating content and being in this space, it sounds like learning the storytelling aspect should be priority rather than learning all the settings and rules that come with using a DSLR in photography.
Yeah, the storytelling first.
Yeah.
Like, if you can nail that, then that'll do most of the heavy lifting, and obviously get the audio right.
And the audio is a
You
big deal too.
Yeah, you have to be able to hear.
True.
Like, iPhone mics still work. They're okay. But so long as they can hear you.
I've heard that too. That the audio is almost more important than the visuals.
Yeah. I added the microphone, which that's just my personal preference, but you don't have to. I know, like that Jordan guy I was telling you about, he doesn't use a microphone. He just uses the iPhone.
Yeah, true.
So you don't but his voice is clear, and there's an energy in his voice.
Correct.
So he's projecting really well for people to grab their attention, and the storytelling. So, and the shots obviously need to describe what you're talking about.
I'm trying to learn more about that too. How do you feel about like showing up on camera? Like that's a skill on its own. I'm trying to show up with like more energy and communicate better. Is that something you've had to learn?
Yes. One of the biggest things is being in front of camera.
Yeah.
I hated being in front of camera.
Yeah. Have you learned to be more yourself?
Yes. Because when I was doing photography and all that, my face isn't shown.
Me too.
Wasn't ever
I
shown.
was the same.
Right?
Yeah.
And when I shifted towards food, I needed to appear more in camera.
Yes.
Like my first food shoot didn't have me on camera.
Yes. Voiceover.
Yeah, just voiceover, but I wasn't shown. Mm-hmm. So
that's a big step.
Yeah, I increasingly started to show myself on camera, and I hated looking at myself on camera. I hated hearing my voice. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny. Like I don't like hearing my own voice. That's even another barrier as well. So I got over that. Just the more you listen to yourself, the better. And then the talking in front of public was the next step.
That's a scary one, dude. I haven't reached that yet. I'm too scared to do it.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's a third level. Like at the start, I was really scared as well. I'll make sure no one's around and I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Even
I'm only doing
sometimes.
all my videos indoors.
Yeah.
Which is not a good thing. I want to get to, I feel like that's that next level. Not being like the fear of judgment and that type of thing, but I film myself a lot.
Yeah.
But even when I shoot at the studio, I've been creating ads for the meetup that I'm doing at the studio, and I share the complex. They're my cousins, dude. Like my cousin owns like a car installation place, and we share the complex. So I have my studio, and in the same warehouse, they do their work. And I know that they finish work at 4 p.m. and then they all go home. I'll wait until they leave for me to film myself talking. I'm that, like, I don't even know why. And I'm like, they're my cousins.
Yeah.
Like, if I feel comfortable around anyone, like, it should be them.
Yeah.
And I'll wait for them to leave, and then I'll do any talking head footage then.
To be honest, I still do it though, like that. I would still do it that way because I just don't I don't want distractions.
Yeah, true.
But in public, you can't help it. So
you've just got to do it, right? You just got to
do it in public. Because when you vlog at that location at the start, like I did a 2-day itinerary reel for Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. I think I did 250,000 views. I did really well for an overseas post. And because I was crossing a busy street in Hong Kong and vlogging that first line.
Yeah.
I said that first line as a piece to camera.
Yep.
And that grabs people's attention
because
you're at the location,
yes.
as opposed to voicing over that. I find that makes a big impact because you're at the location. So I just have a backlog of like piece to cameras. I filmed myself crossing Shibuya Crossing and just filming the intros.
Yep.
And I'm like, I left my mic at the hotel. I just got to do it without the mic.
Yeah.
The iPhone mic. I just have to correct it in post after
true.
If I can. You know. But yeah, things like that, like because that's the impact. I'm already there. It's a sunny day. It's got the visual impact, the visual hook.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So I'll save that for another day. But yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. How much do you lean into social media trends, and how much do you not?
If it suits me a little, if I like it, then I'll do it.
Yep.
So the Labubu thing, nah. No way. I'm not into that.
Not into it?
I see food influencers get into it. Nah, that's not me.
Yeah.
The Dubai chocolate trend.
Yes.
I never got into it.
No. Oh,
and then
wow.
It was only last week where I went into this Middle Eastern restaurant shoot, and the dessert was Dubai chocolate.
Okay.
And I tried it for the first time.
Yep.
And it was actually really good. But yeah,
That's hilarious.
I had no idea it was that good.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get the hype, but I filmed that first reaction. First time ever trying it.
Yes, correct.
If I use it, I'll use it. But just,
true.
Yeah.
Are there trends that you love, and at the same time, are there trends that you kind of find frustrating?
If like certain trends I want to jump into, but I just get into this decision paralysis.
Yeah.
I don't know what to associate it with. Like the Jet 2 holiday one.
Yep.
Right, like what could I put in there? There's heaps of things I could do, but I don't know what to put out there. And now it's getting to the point of saturation where people are getting over it.
Yeah, true.
Too many reels.
Yes, correct. That's a problem too. I had that. There was a time where I'd write down ideas of videos that I wanted to do, but then I was overwhelmed with too many that I didn't do any.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
How do you come up with video ideas? Do you just execute on them straight away?
Yes, that's important because I write the ideas down. A lot of the times I don't execute on them.
Yeah, well, that happened to me.
If I think about it, if I think I'll do this, you've got to do it very quick. Because I think there's a 2 or 3 day window before you lose that motivation.
Yes.
Even when it comes to food shoots, right? If I do it, I need to edit it within 2 or 3 days. Anything more than that, I just don't have the motivation to edit anymore. And there's still a few client shoots in the backlog that I filmed 2 weeks ago that I still haven't done.
Yeah.
Because that moment's passed and then the motivation levels have dropped.
Yes.
It's not as fresh in your mind anymore.
Yes.
So that's when I'm like, I need to do it quick.
Yeah.
But I've delayed it for too long because other things get in the way. So
yeah, I agree. I'm the same. Like the longer you leave it, the less chance you have
Same
of
with YouTube, the backlog.
Tell me. I'm trying to do a lot more on YouTube, but it's the same thing. It's the effort and the time. And then by the time I've come to editing it, I'm like, what I'm editing happened weeks ago. It's no longer relevant. But at the same time, I'm trying to think like the viewer doesn't know it was weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I have to stay in the moment.
Yeah.
But it's hard to be excited about it.
Yeah. That's more for the motivation factor.
Yeah, true. How much of this do you think is fun?
Pretty much everything's fun because I love social media.
Yeah, cool.
So for me, I find it fun.
Yeah.
So long as it's an area that I love talking about.
Yes.
Or love doing. So
Yeah.
if it's like alcohol, I don't really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be something you enjoy.
Are there certain things that you don't find fun, but you have to do, like you've had to learn to do?
In terms of the overall business
Or
of
the
the whole
overall
thing?
business of everything?
Oh, the admin.
Yeah.
The invoicing, the
Yes.
accounting.
Yep.
That's all the boring stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the sales pitching.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any sales negotiations.
Yep.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Because sales is, I don't have a good sales background, or don't have any sales background. Never worked at JB Hi-Fi, anywhere like that to sell.
Yes.
So those that do have a friend of mine does come from a sales background, account management. That's second nature to him, and he knows how to do it.
Yep.
Whereas for me, I'm the complete opposite. So we work kind of well together because he can ask me for certain advice, and I can ask him how to sell.
Yeah, of course. It's true. Because what I found, especially doing like running my own thing, is like there are, as much as most of this, like on the creative side, it's like figuring out what I like and what I don't like, not doing the things I don't like and doing more of what I do like.
Yeah.
When it comes to like the whole business, like as a whole, there are many things that you just can't avoid. And if you want to succeed and do well in this space, as much as we play that game in the creative aspect, when it comes to like the business side, you can't avoid it. If you're weak at something, you have to force yourself to become good at it.
Yep.
Otherwise, it just won't work out.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, and I feel like it's something worth speaking about, so like sales, negotiating, figuring all those things out, like hiring yourself a manager. Like that's you recognizing this is like, I need help with this. I'm going to invest and make sure that it's done properly because I don't know how to.
Yeah.
But that's you realizing that and addressing it.
Yeah.
Some people just avoid it completely and they let themselves down a lot.
Yeah. And I know that I need to get an editor eventually.
Another thing, yeah, exactly.
But I need to get the YouTube videos out there first so that the editors know what they're doing. So I need to get at least one or two videos out, then I can outsource them all. So but I need to get started. That's the first video.
Yes.
The issue of getting the first video out, which is the hardest.
Yep. And then finding that consistency, especially with YouTube, it takes forever.
Yeah.
When you look at your whole process, like if you were to look back now, I'm sure that you try many different things, all creatives do, right? And some things work better than others. Do you think there are, looking back now, things that you wish you did more of and things you wish you didn't do as much? Like, oh man, I did that for way too long. I probably should not have. And maybe certain things where you're like, I should have done more of that.
I should have done more of the authentic self stuff, like
Earlier.
be more vulnerable earlier, because that would have helped me more in terms of transitioning across to different things or touching on like overseas content and for it to perform better, because that was the missing link. Yeah, because people are following me for, certain content, right?
Yeah.
So that there's some big examples of influencers in the US whose content, I don't know whether you've heard of him, Hub's Life.
No.
He's under fire at the moment on TikTok and Instagram because he was known as the 9 to 5 guy. He's normalizing the norm. Doing 9 to 5 is fine. It's okay. There's nothing. He doesn't demonize it. He's says it's okay to do it.
Yep.
And then he's gone full time to content creating.
Oh no. Yeah.
And his audience were not having it. They were so pissed off.
Wow.
And then in the end,
that's a tough one.
And
yeah.
there's videos about it now, like saying he's become a sellout, and is like he was saying 9 to 5 is normal, but he's doing the exact opposite. So it's kind of like hypocritical.
Of course.
That's why people don't like him for that reason now.
Yeah, that's tough.
But the thing is that I just have to be careful in what I do and make sure that's not hypocritical. I'm not doing anything that's not
true.
Yeah,
I think it should also be allowed. Like you should also be allowed to change your mind.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're right. A lot of people would turn to you for advice, and then they take on that advice, especially when they're big decisions.
Yeah.
And then if you were to then turn around and be like, "Nah, sorry," I can see where the frustration would come from. But at the same time, you should be allowed to change your mind.
But his branding is on that. So.
Yeah, if you're heavily just invested in that, you can't. It'd be very hard.
Yeah.
to change and then expect those same people to continue to follow you.
Because people don't know him that well as a person.
Yeah.
They know what he does is 9 to 5. And his
true.
family. So the minute he changes niche.
Yeah, and then people don't know you that well. And I think that's the good part about being vulnerable and sharing those other things. Yeah. It would be so different if they're like, oh no, but I know what he's going through. I know what he's been through. I know his thoughts on all these other things. That kind of makes sense for him to, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that English guy I was talking about, the James Warnock, the fitness influencer, lifestyle, what do you want to call him? He's because of his of who he is and how relatable he is to a lot of people. I can still watch his ads.
Yes, yeah,
without being like whatever, because he puts his personal.
Yeah, some people are really good at it.
Yeah,
I follow a lot of YouTubers, and I can listen to them say anything.
Yeah,
honestly.
And he films with his phone.
Yeah.
So Ryan Trahan's another example. You get to know his daily habits because of what he's filming on YouTube. But YouTube, you can see more of.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You get to spend that much time with the person. You feel like you know them.
Yeah.
I agree. And the more I listen to people, the more I hear them say, you know, how much things change and start working for them once they start putting themselves out there a lot more.
Yeah.
And it's always something that they wish they started doing earlier.
Yeah. And that's my next step, to do more of that. To get myself out there more, build my personal brand more than just the physical, like what I wear.
Yeah.
That's my next biggest thing, and also digital products.
Okay, cool.
Which that's also.
So you should, you know what? When I was looking through it, I'm like, surely.
No, nothing at the moment. Wow. It's all brand deals at the moment, which is great. But but what if, like, you know, Instagram stops being popular?
Yes.
Then I'm done. So, do you know what I mean? All the eggs in one basket. So
correct.
So part of me is like, YouTube is, I need to build that basket. TikTok's still around, but it's not as influential.
Yep.
Then I've got like selling whatever I'm good at, which I've been told to do as well by my friends.
Of course. What would that be, do you think?
That's one thing I haven't decided on. I don't know what.
Okay.
What can I sell that people would buy?
I think there's a lot of things.
It could be like I'm not a LUT guy or a preset guy, because that's not my niche.
No.
So,
but you've built something that people want.
Could be I don't know. Some people have asked me about the sunset guides and how to.
That's true.
How to tell when it's going to color up, which I did make a YouTube video on like 10 years ago or whatever. But people are still asking me that because there's new audiences.
Yeah, of course.
So the broadcast channel that I have is purely to notify people on that.
True.
Of something that could be imminent.
Yep. But I feel like you've spent a lot of this conversation talking about all the things that you do know that a lot of people would pay to know.
Yeah, do you reckon?
I think so.
Okay.
How many people do you think are trying to do what you do and just can't find success in it?
Yeah.
And you've been able to break down, like, I go to this restaurant, I look for this, and this. These are the hooks that I'm trying to use. That could be a course.
Yeah, true. And there's like a bazillion courses out there now. So,
but you're someone who's got you've got the numbers and everything there. Brands are wanting to work with you. All the things that creatives, especially creatives just starting out, but creatives in general want.
Yeah.
And it comes across a lot more. I would rather get it from the guy that's actually out there doing it and has proof and has all the brands wanting to be on his page. That's the guy I want to listen to. You know?
And there's a lot of people. Yeah, and there's
it's
a lot
why
of people
Tom Nosky gets a lot of attention, because he's done it and he's got the proof and he's doing it. Yeah, you know, totally. You really could.
Because everyone's like doing this. Alfie's doing a content creator playbook or whatever. And he's doing some sort of content creator course. And there's a few people doing.
Yeah, but that's also where personal brand comes in. Like, you build that personal brand, and I genuinely feel this with people that I follow. I feel such a connection to them that I could learn about this one particular thing. Say there's a course, and I could get this course from 50 different people. I want it from that guy because I feel connected to him because of the personal brand, the vulnerability. Yeah. I feel like I know him, I trust him. And if I were to take this course from anyone, I'm taking it from him. Yeah. You know? And I think building that achieves that.
Yeah, and building a course also takes its time as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you need a studio like this. You need the setup.
Yeah.
And with the course material, you know, like what do you call it? The prompts, teleprompters.
True. But at the same time, you know what I've been thinking because of my meetups and talking to the Sony guys is just workshops, like one night. And
like Tom's method of the cohorts, where it's a live thing.
That's a live thing that goes for a long time. I'm thinking more like a one-night workshop, and you'd sell like 20, 50 tickets, and you'd just go to a studio, and these 20 people will come, and you'd have a one-night presentation, and everyone gets a chance to do it, where this is how you're going to film, and you could probably have food and partner with a company, right? And do something like that. I think people would want to learn from the guy that's doing it, and can show that they've actually succeeded.
Or a practical workshop.
Yeah, like a practical workshop.
Where I go physically to a restaurant.
Exactly. Yeah. And that could be like that. That's not only do they get to learn, but they get it's a meetup opportunity as well. A smaller group. And you partner with one of your clients. Yeah. And it's like, hey, let's come to this restaurant and I'm going to show you how to do this. And then that restaurant gets all their content as well. People would pay for that.
Yeah.
There's lots of opportunity.
Yeah.
It's just knowing which to take on.
And obviously those have to be capped at a lower number because
there's only capacity. So much you can take. And there's only the smaller it is, the more attention they get from you.
And also so many times a year you can do it.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
You can't do it every week because it's going to be exhausting.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you got your own brand deals to do.
Yeah, true. And that's where you got to take like the physical part of it out. And that's why the digital products work so well.
Whereas the in-person is you're still effort on your side.
Yep.
But it's the digital product where it's all pre-recorded and you just sell it.
Yep.
But then everyone's doing that.
True.
So it's and it's also like bridging that, trying to build a community out of it. Because if you notice, community has become a big buzzword as well at the moment.
Yes, it has been.
Yeah. So you could do it live, but Tom's method is doing it several times a year live. But that also involves that 2-week block of dedication.
Yeah, it is.
So
and getting it right. I think it'd be hard to do. I've thought about it. And like you've got to show up and perform. Yeah. Similar to kind of like a podcast, right? You've got to be on. You can't pre-record it.
Yeah. But a course can mean it's less personal. And people won't end up being motivated to listen to it. Because that's what happens.
Yeah. That's true. I've done that before.
Yeah.
You buy it and then you never
use it.
You never use it. You never apply it.
Yeah.
And then that reflects badly on you.
Yeah.
Which is why I think like Tom's thing's great because people follow through.
Yeah.
And I've heard the testimonials and I've met the people. But imagine if all these people take your course and none of them have achieved anything from it.
Yeah.
And then we end up finding those people like, oh, how'd you go doing Chester's course?
Yeah.
And like none of these guys have succeeded. That's a bad reflection on you. So it is a big responsibility.
Yeah. The live part is because he doesn't do it that often. And he charges an appropriate amount for it. So people are actually committed to it.
True. That too.
They'll actually will commit to it.
Correct.
So.
That's true. When you invest enough, you're going to follow through on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's so much. But even on a smaller scale, I follow some podcasts and they're selling very similar to, what was it? It was like a pricing guide. It's like identifying your audience and like what are their problems and how do you solve those problems?
Yeah.
And their target is very similar to mine, like beginner creatives. And they'd tell like, this is a pricing guide. This is how you should pitch to a client if you ever in that place where you need to negotiate. Like all those little problems, here's a PDF, it's $20.
Yeah.
When you have an audience as big as yours, that $20 can turn into a lot more.
Yeah, the PDF guide. Like I need to start giving something for free at the start.
Yeah, correct.
Could be a PDF guide.
Yeah. And it just lives there.
And it collects emails.
Yeah, because you got to like think of all the brands right now that want to be on your page to sell something. That could just be you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I get them all the time. So those emails or DMs.
Yeah, interesting. And so moving on, like what's your dream collaboration? Are there brands or places that you would love to partner with?
Oh, no specific place, but
no?
But it's more if I can get the tourism boards on on my plate more than what I already have. It's a good taste to what I've been able to experience with a tourism brand, like the New Zealand one, Tourism Thailand, and
how would someone get in contact with a tourism board?
I haven't actually. They're all inbound.
Wow,
so that's a thing.
Insane. How do you think you're ending up on their radar?
I think through posting the content. Like if you post travel content, it gets picked up.
Are you tagging places?
Sometimes I tag, but it doesn't really gain that much attention. But just people watch. So what you post, people look out for it. Because when I speak to PR agencies, well, oh yeah, we've been watching how what you post. And how it performs or how well received it is. They watch all that. So they're quietly watching the background, seeing if you're a potential. So it doesn't hurt to actually post what you're passionate, what you're passionate about. It eventually gets picked up.
Yeah, true. It's such a conflicting thing in my head because if I knew like so many people were watching, I wouldn't be posting 4,500 times. Like you'd overthink everything and want to perfect it.
Yeah, it's more about just trial and error. Just if it doesn't work out, just move on.
But as your audience grows, did you feel pressure
To post?
Yeah. Like
in terms
so
of
many
like,
people don't post because like they want it to be really, really good. Like they wouldn't post 2-3 times a day because they want to post something really good. And then the bigger the audience grows, the more you're afraid to post because you don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
It needs to be just as good as the last one.
my pressures, and I used to be a perfectionist like that. But
Yeah.
now I'm more like, I need to post today. It doesn't matter if it's like perfect.
Yeah.
I've changed from it needs to be perfect before I post, which is my problem with YouTube at the moment.
Yeah.
I need my
Yeah,
first video
true.
to be perfect. but then Instagram's now to a point where I can just post it. It's fine. It's more important for me to get something out there by 4 or 5 o'clock at night than on a peak night like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Every day.
So those days are the most important nights to post.
Yeah.
If I get in that time, then it is ideal because then I'm capturing the audience. Like it could be.
You'd rather that than the perfect post and
Yes,
waiting and sitting
yeah.
on it.
Yeah, it's better to get something out there because that's consistency
Yeah. Wow.
more than perfection. That's what I've learned through Jordan. Like it doesn't have to be. He doesn't grade.
Yeah.
You
True.
know? Yeah, and just don't worry about making it like crazy transitions or doing all this stuff. Just keep it simple.
Yep.
Make it consistent.
True.
Yeah.
And I think you almost get the same reach with consistency.
Yeah.
Basically, like say you post once a week and some of those go viral, but if you're posting every single day, like the accumulative amount of views would probably outweigh.
Yeah. And
a couple of
each
viral
post has a few gains followers.
Yeah.
And then it picks up engagement and it'll appear in people's feeds more. So there are days that I don't post that much, which is normally a Friday and Saturday. I tend to give it a miss because people are out.
Yeah, true. People
Yeah.
just they're out, right?
Yeah.
Social activities.
Yeah.
And then lastly, like how I like asking this: how do things change when you reach a certain number of followers? Does anything change? Like at 100,000, do you then reset the goal and try and reach another number, or is there a moment where it just stops mattering?
No, just keep going.
Just keep going. Do you set goals when it comes to that kind of thing?
No, and reaching like
I feel like there's a moment where you're just like, okay, it's stopped.
No, I still keep going, and it just my goal is to not stop at a number, and that's it. I just keep going.
Yeah.
Like ideally, I like to reach 200,000 by the end of the year, but I know that these days my growth is a lot slower because these days followers, people don't necessarily follow anymore. Same as YouTube subscriptions. So because the algorithm's so good that it recommends it anyway.
Yeah,
You
true.
don't have to follow them.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
it keeps feeding you the stuff, so you don't necessarily follow them. You see the stuff anyway. So
You're
what's
so
more
right.
so what's more important is the engagement.
Yes.
Now. So I think brands are looking more at engagement
That's
as well,
so true.
not just followers.
That's a good point. Oh, like I'm thinking at accounts that I follow, and I'm like, I don't even follow those guys,
Yeah.
and I watch all their videos get shown to me.
Yeah, and all the 12,000, like there's a person I've seen come through who's only got 12,000 followers,
Yes,
but yet how did you get 500,000 and keep getting viral?
that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, I can think of right now, it's so weird. They're like these two comic book nerds and they talk about superhero movies.
Yeah.
I watch all their video. I don't follow them.
Yeah.
I've watched over 100 of their videos easily because it ends up on my feed.
Yeah.
It knows that I'm watching it all and I'm engaging, and it'll just keep giving it to me.
Yeah.
And I don't follow them.
It's not the guys who the bunch of like 3 or 4 guys that goes into a McDonald's. That's order everything on the menu. The Aussie guys. I don't know if you've seen them.
No.
They keep performing, but then they're not such a like. Every one of their reels are like getting the 500,000 or more, like hundreds of thousands of views. I'm like, why is a follower count need 70,000? It should be way more than that.
Yeah.
But because people aren't following.
Yeah, true.
Because they're a relatively new account. So
do you think it's lost its significance?
it's getting that way, because I think I heard Gary Vee talk about it as well. The follower count doesn't matter anymore. It's about the engagement.
True. I think so too. But I do think it still has some weight. Like when people go to a page and they see the follower count,
it still does.
It matters 100%.
Yeah.
You can't, as much as people want to not accepted, it does.
It's shifting, I noticed.
But it is, you're right. It is like the encouragement is you don't need to have a big following to have a video perform well.
Yeah.
On most platforms too now.
Yeah. As someone starting out and don't have the follower counts,
Mm-hmm.
and if their reels are actually engaging pretty well to get the views, that's a selling point.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Because then if you can do it on that account, you can probably do it on another.
Yeah.
And that's where your value comes in.
Yeah. Obviously it won't be as easy, but still doable as a selling pitch. So.
Yes. I've seen a lot of people now and they're selling that as a course. That'd be hard to do. Like how to make your video go viral. And it is teaching them all those little things, the hooks and the cues.
Viral is good, but you can't rely on it all the time. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, at the same time, I totally agree because I've experienced like you don't need viral content or a massive following to have a career in this space. You really don't.
Yeah, but it's actually a good hook to buy the course that they're selling.
Yeah.
with how to go viral, you know?
Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. You can't sell something you haven't done.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of the times if you are trying to sell something, you should be able to achieve it and repeat it often.
Yeah.
In order to have the confidence to sell it.
Yeah, like just
in any way.
Yeah, you know? and I'm actually really happy when I go viral on the food content because that's related to my niche.
Yeah, of course.
Like last year, exactly a year ago, I tried a spice box for the first time. Those Irish ones.
Okay.
From Paddy Chan's.
Yeah.
Up the road in Randwick, or in Kensington.
Yep.
It's the Irish way of eating Chinese. It's basically everything's deep fried.
Yeah.
Like chicken balls, like deep fried chicken. Fried rice, pork, curry sauce all over it.
Oh, wow.
In a big pizza box is worth $76.
Oh, wow. $76.
Not cheap.
Yes.
So I brought 2 Irish friends along to experience that whole thing and that whole Chinese takeaway that you would find in Ireland in the same way.
That's cool.
Took it back to my house and ate it.
Yep.
And then reacted to it.
That's cool.
I forgot to bring my microphone again. Filmed it real organically. Did 1.6 million.
Damn.
With not the best lighting. It was pissing down rain outside.
Wow.
The whole journey of going there, getting the pizza box full of junk food and back to eat it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But again, it wasn't the newest place. I think it was the way it was told.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was the only Asian person in that shop ordering Irish Chinese takeaway in a shop full of Irish people.
Wow. I love just how you come up with ideas and execute them in that way. Like there's so much more to it than... If someone goes to your page and they look at it very easily, I'm sure most people just assume, it can't be that hard. He's just pulling out his phone and talking about what he's eating. But there's a lot more that goes on in terms of planning these out.
And I remember I didn't even grade it. And I didn't even script anything prior. It's just me documenting the whole journey and then figuring it out afterwards.
Yeah, true.
Voicing over it, then cutting to the reaction.
Yep.
And then voicing over the whole thing. So I do a mix of both.
It's so interesting because there are parts of it that seem so predictable, but then at the same time there are others that just aren't.
Yeah.
And you just don't know. But if you keep posting,
you
do a lot of reflecting back. Like you look at what worked and what didn't work. There's a lot of it's not just posting for the sake of posting. It's posting and then seeing what performed and why it did perform.
Yeah. Yeah, I look at that as well. Yeah. Like there's certain things I'm like, why did this? I did an eSIM deal at the start of the year that performed really well. I did an eSIM deal last month. It didn't perform.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Partly it could be to do with the content itself. The hook in the first video was way better. And it's also January, so it's school holidays. Everyone's on holiday. Whereas the second one's posted after school holidays. Peak of winter. No one's going away. So timing has a factor to it. Timing, the topic itself in the video wasn't strong enough. But that's a lesson I'll take on for the future.
This is very good. I love your outlook and your mindset when it comes to creating content, and I don't think that is common with creatives. I know that a lot of people, if a video doesn't perform, it's the algorithm's fault. Whereas it's true, right? Like I'm shadow banned, the algorithm doesn't like me, the algorithm sucks. You're looking at videos from a whole different perspective. And when you look at it from your perspective, it gives you way more control.
Yeah.
When you blame the algorithm, you're taking away all the responsibility and you're basically saying, I have no control over this. It's all up to the algorithm. Whereas you're saying, no, like, why did this perform? And why did this not perform?
Yeah.
What can I do and what can I change to have a better outcome later?
Yeah.
And that's a perspective that gives you a lot more control over this whole experience.
I used to blame the algorithm as well. So
Everyone does, dude. Yeah, that's why it's refreshing to hear someone speak that way.
Especially before I switched over to food. Why is it not performing? The algorithm is bad. Like,
yeah,
I need
exactly.
to post 3 times a day for the algorithm to pick up. I was doing all that.
Yeah.
And then when I realized, I think I heard someone, it's not the algorithm, but it's you. So,
yeah, it's a hard truth to face, but
yeah.
it for someone that's gone through it, it's true.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
And I was recently speaking to a friend of mine who's like stuck at 20,000. He's a wedding photographer, but he also wants to grow on the content side of things. I'm like, well, why isn't all this stuff? His pictures are amazing, his photos are amazing, but it's not growing at all. Everything tanks for him. So his nice cinematics of Greek islands are nice, but it's not performing. Why? I said you need to give value. I'm looking at it looks nice, but it's not interesting for me to consume the whole thing.
Yes.
So you need to give value, like add text in there. Why is it good? Like
experiment with new
tell me
things.
about what the place is. And since he introduced like an itinerary thing, what to do in Milos or any of the islands, it started to perform.
Yes.
So he's giving value. It's like, okay, I never been to the Greek islands. Tell me about which island do I go to?
Yes.
Where do I eat? Where do I stay? How do I get from island to island? I don't know these things. You do. I don't. You need to tell me. So
that's very good. It reminds me of, I feel like we both listen to a lot of Colin and Samir, and I recently heard him talking about, what do they call it, the Super Mario effect. And it's like when you play Super Mario, when you die or when you fail, you don't like get down on yourself or hate it. You start again and you change what you did the first time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to jump a little sooner than I did last time. I'm going to avoid that pit.
Yeah.
I have to go a little higher there, and you gamify the process.
Yeah.
And that same outlook should be the same here.
Yeah.
So when a video doesn't perform, it's like, what are the little things that I can learn from this one that I can add to the next one?
Yeah, precisely.
And you may like keep failing, but you're constantly trying to figure it out. And when you gamify the experience, it becomes a whole lot more fun than it is miserable and,
and the more you put out there, the more you learn.
Exactly.
And then the more you can correct yourself, and you don't have to worry about the perfection because none of them are perfect.
Yes.
So if you look back at my 2023 ones, it's not that good.
Yeah.
Even my voiceovers were like not as energetic. So now my voiceovers are a bit more energetic than before.
Yeah, exactly. Even little things like that, and you're constantly improving. Yeah. And it's a game that you like, there's no limit to, you can post every day. You can just play the game every day.
Yeah, I just need to do that for YouTube.
Yeah, true.
That's the hardest part.
We've got to switch it over to the other platforms.
Yeah, I need to apply it because it's starting basically from zero. I'm not monetizing on it yet. So
yeah, true. It's tough.
I've still got my old audience with 800 subscribers, but that's talking about videography, not videography, talking about photography locations, which is not even what I want to talk about. So, and then I did a gear review between the A7 III and the R5, I think. Yeah. And that did 68,000 views. Oh, that's really good.
Wow.
68,000 views for someone with like 500 subs.
Yeah,
is
that's
amazing.
insane.
But I don't want to talk about gear.
Yeah.
That was the most boring reel I've ever made. Sitting in the canola fields talking about 2 gears. I'm like, that's not my thing. I don't want to do that for a living. Then I stopped from that point.
And it performed so well. And that's when you stopped.
Yeah. I'm like,
oh, wow.
I'm not passionate about that. If gear works, I'm like, I don't want to be talking about gear all my life. That's not my passion about. Then I gave it up, and now I've got this little thing now. I need to start it back up again.
Yeah. I listened to, I don't know his first name, but he goes by Callaway.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and
I watch his stuff.
Yeah, when he talks about YouTube, he said he started a whole new YouTube page because he thinks, or he says that he knows that YouTube tries to categorize you into a certain, this is the type niche, of creator he is.
Yeah.
So if he was talking about tech or something, and if he knew that if he spoke about something else, YouTube gets confused because it's trying to figure out who you're making content for.
Yeah.
So he found that he had to start a whole new page to reach a whole new audience so that YouTube knew that this channel was specifically for the type of content he wanted to make, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Yeah, because they may have categorized you as like, this is the channel that
is a gear guy,
and they want to show this video to the type of people that want to watch it, because ideally they want people to stay on the platform. So they're only going to recommend videos that audience would want to watch. So it's important for YouTube to identify what channel you are and who you're trying to reach for their own sake. Right? So if they've identified you as the gear guy, they're going to show this to gear people that are interested in gear. And then if you change it and it shows those people, it's not going to perform well.
Yeah, I don't know how. Like, it's been so many years.
Yeah, true.
Maybe it doesn't matter. My
True.
account's maybe
Yeah. It's hard to know.
I don't have 100,000 subs,
Yep.
so it doesn't.
Yeah, it's
maybe
hard to
not might not matter that much.
Yeah, still in the beginning
But
stages.
then if I do this on my Instagram account, which is my current challenge,
Mm.
that's where some people are giving me the hard truths. Like, maybe I need to start a new Instagram account if I want completely.
You have two
complete travel.
pages. What's going on there?
The other one is basically to offshoot like all my travel content,
Yeah.
anything overseas.
Yeah.
I just invite each other as a collaborator.
Yeah.
But that's only got 1,000 followers. It's not big.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's going to go well. It's just me experimenting with it
Yeah, okay.
because I was frustrated about why is my travel stuff not performing, and that's the area I want to jump into.
Yeah, okay.
And not get stuck in the Sydney stuff all the time.
So you tried to create a separate page just for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
interesting.
see if it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people say just start afresh, complete from scratch. Don't even collaborate, start from scratch. I mean, that's a hard slog. Do I want to do that, or
That's
do I want to
tough,
concentrate
man.
on YouTube on doing that? You know?
Yeah.
Or and then as I said before, the gap is actually the personal brand.
Yeah, true.
Then people follow me for me, not follow me for just Sydney.
Correct. I agree.
Yeah.
I 100% agree on that.
And I need to work on that and see how I go, because I've already
Yes.
got the audience. So I need to build that kind of rapport.
Yes.
Further rapport.
That will carry over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Very good. I've loved this chat and very, very insightful. And yeah, I look forward to seeing this kick off, man. Like being full time means that you can prioritize it and put way more into it. And to see that you've come, like, dude, anyone will look at your page and it automatically it's like, this is a successful creator who's found success on these platforms. And to think that you've been doing it part time this whole time is insane. So obviously now that you've got all the time, it's so cool to be able to see like what you're going to be able to do with it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to my.
Do you follow who was it? Jayhawk? No, you don't. Maybe.
No.
He's in the States, and same thing. He was very similar story, where he was doing great on socials, like unbelievably well, but was working full time. And it would have been a year ago. He was on a podcast, and he's like, "I'm going all in, full time." And it was crazy to think because this guy was performing so well already. And ever since then, like clothing brand, like going all in. And it's shot up to an even higher level than it was before because he's like, now I have all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, from what I've heard, I'll actually earn more money anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Through
Gary
time.
Vee said it the other day. He's like, if you're making this much or you've done this much in the limited time that you've had, and a lot of people find it scary to quit the job. He's like, now you've got like 4 times more the time to do the thing. You know, so it shouldn't be scary at all.
There's so much into it. It's not like when I describe me going full time, there's so much at play. Because it's not just the mortgage, it's also Asian upbringing.
Yeah, true.
The expectations of being in the 9 to 5.
Yeah, we've had that conversation.
Like, think about the retirement. You know, I'm not that. I need to think about my super. I'm like, I'm not that far off from retirement now. Cause like, oh yeah, I'm not that young anymore.
Yeah,
Do
true.
many people my age do this?
Yep.
Not many. I don't know of any really.
True, that's
that are
true.
as old as me doing it.
Yep.
So there's all that comes.
Also
all that
an advantage,
comes into
just
play.
saying.
Yeah, all of that comes into play. So, and also will other brands like and someone who's a bit more mature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's an advantage, I think.
Yeah.
You can use it because it makes you stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of thoughts in there.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, lots of different ways you can take it.
The security, I'm like, am I, like Andy said at the same time, he wants to be able to earn the same amount of money as his full-time job to be able to jump, to take the leap. I had the same kind of thought as well.
Yeah, but that's why Gary Vee was talking about it. He's like, a lot of people wait for that, but it's like you got to realize you're only doing this in like your 3 hours extra that you have a day. So like it'd be crazy to think that you're going to make just as much in those 3 hours that you're doing in your 8.
Yeah.
For them to be even.
Yeah.
Right? So it should be like, as a percentage, it should be the same, right?
Yeah.
Equivalent percentage-wise.
Yeah.
And just know those 3 hours are going to turn to 8. Theoretically, it'll double.
Yeah.
Right? If you have double the time to invest into it.
Yeah.
Rather, and a lot of people wait until it evens out. It's like, dude, that's a crazy way to think.
Yeah. And I've waited.
Maybe, I've been waiting.
Maybe about a year, really. I've been wanting to do this at least.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you have.
Yeah.
It's very cool, very cool. I'm glad I've got you at the right time.
Yeah.
Because speaking on that process is huge, and it's something that not every, but most creatives go through.
Yeah.
They start this new thing, and they're so scared of letting go of everything else to go all in.
Yeah.
And that thought process, it's good to be like this guy who's where he is now is going through that same process. It makes it feel Same as the vulnerability thing. It becomes relatable.
Yeah.
It's like, man, he's going through the same thoughts and the same experience that I'm going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. I look forward to more.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on, man.
Yeah,
thanks for the
having
time.
me.
No problem at all. Good job.